Let's now go across to Monadeepa Banerjee, who's in fact joining us from this vacation this morning. Monadeepa, you've been bringing us all those agitated voices and really bringing us those images that have shocked really all of India. You know, Presidency University, something all of us identify with. We've heard of all the prestigious alumni that have passed out here. No arrests yet, Monadeepa. What are the police saying? Who is behind all this vandalism as both sides deny a hand?
Well, the police is saying nothing, but I can tell you that there's a huge police posting coming up outside the Presidency University. As you can see, lathi-bearing men who have lined up outside the Presidency University this morning. There are many inside as well, but let me show you. This is the Presidency College Board, historic, 1817 it was founded. They have still not changed this board to Presidency University. And let's go inside. Let me show you this huge gate that they have over here. Apparently 50 to 100 students yesterday arrived, the TRINAMOOL students, and started shaking it so badly it almost came off its hinges. And then they used a gas cutter, students are telling me, to cut the chain and the lock. And so you have a brand new lock on the gate today. And then students, at least 100, some say, others say 200, they barged into this college. And there was police there yesterday as well, we believe. Police, just like you are seeing right now, perhaps not in such great numbers, but they were there yesterday, and they apparently, allegedly did nothing, and that is an allegation that has been brought by the Vice Chancellor Malavika Sarkar herself in her complaint to the governor about what happened yesterday. And then they rushed into the main building and beyond, you know, attacking everything and everyone that came in their way. Let me take you across to the students who were very much here yesterday and had a harrowing time of it all. First of all, tell me, did they actually cut the lock or chain, or how did they enter so many people?
Well, steel doesn't fall apart like that, so they must have cut it.
No, they didn't actually. I was present, and they broke the chain and they got in.
Okay, how many of them?
There were about 100 of them.
And, you know, what were they doing? They were shaking the gate?
They were shaking the gate continuously.
And what were you doing at the time?
We were confused. Firstly, we did find police there. And very surprisingly, they were doing absolutely nothing.
The police?
Yeah, and we have appointed a security guard for our security, and very surprisingly, they were also doing nothing. And we were just standing there waiting that they might do something and we might be protected in some way. But nothing happened. Nothing of that sort happened. The police were just standing there like statues and smiling away.
Since you are a woman student over here, and this is a sensitive question that I must ask her, there are reports that all these hooligans who came in, they threatened the women and said that we will rape you if we catch you.
That is true.
What happened?
A number of them standing outside the gate, after they entered, they didn't mind who was standing in front of them. They were hitting people randomly. And it didn't occur to them that they were just general students of Presidency who have come here to do their classes and probably do their research.
And the girls?
And the girls were also standing there, and they were continuously threatening them. They were pushing them aside. And in fact, even after that, it didn't just happen inside the college. In fact, they even threatened some of our faculty members with the same threat.
What threat?
That they would probably rape us. And they would not probably. They would rape us. If we... This is supposedly they'll take hold of the college and take hold of the student union, although we haven't seen election for the past 3 years. So they'll take hold of the election, and the elections have been stalled in West Bengal.
In fact, that is another question that I have. Perhaps you can answer it. Do you think the fury of the TRINAMOOL, and you have no doubt that it was the TRINAMOOL yesterday?
None whatsoever.
How do you know?
Because a man climbing atop the gates with the tricolour and TMCP printed cannot be not from the TMCP, obviously. Unless, of course, as I said before, that the TMCP flags are now being sold on a wholesale in the local groceries. And in that event, it is very sad that a party of a national stature can allow for such atrocities to happen on their own grounds.
Absolutely. And so tell me, I mean, some of the people were even recognized, I believe, as TRINAMOOL workers, right?
Yeah, many people were recognized as TRINAMOOL workers. Actually, they were hired local goons, which they are all present there. Like, they were threatening the people. They have done it before also. Beforehand, when Presidency was threatened by the TRINAMOOL goons, we could recognize them very easily. It is we are pretty much sure that they are people from TMCP and none other.
And there is no TMCP union in this college?
No, definitely not. Nobody does TMCP here. Presidency is free of TMCP.
Would you think that that is the motive why they had this show of muscle power yesterday?
Yeah, definitely that was the motive, behind this muscle power. They wanted to invade presidency. They wanted to show the power. They wanted to show that they are like the powerful like students union right now, and they want to capture Presidency University, which is apparently not possible.
What did they do once they came in? Why don't you tell me? What did you see?
Well, when they barged in, they just hit whoever they saw, and regardless of whether they do politics or not, leave alone which party they belong to. They hit anyone they had their hands on to, threatened everyone that we'll kill you, we'll do whatever we want to you, we'll take hold of the union. They said that we will put our flag in the union room. They said all this. They threatened the women with rape and did all such stuff.
Now, Snehashish over here is a student of the economics department at Presidency University. Ironically, Dr. Amit Mitra, about whose attack the TMCP, the Chhatra Parishad of the TRINAMOOL Congress, were protesting, was a student at this college and the same department, the economics department. The irony of it cannot be lost on any. What about you? What did you see?
See, basically, I saw a bunch of goons rushing inside, hitting people. Threatening men and women alike. There was complete vandalism inside the city. I mean, I want to say something to our dear CM. I mean, Mamata Banerjee, if you want your boys to enter this college, get them through the entrance exam. Do not send them with sticks and javelins and gas cutters. That is not how you enter this college. You come here on the proposed date, you write an exam, you pass it, you enter it, you take hold of the union. In this way, you will never get hold of the union. You do not have it now, you won't have it ever.
I'm going to come back to you, because I've been also told that even the dean of the students, a lady, who they mistook for a student, was threatened.
Yes, that is true.
What happened?
The Dean of Students, actually we were all standing together, and the Dean of Students and the Register came down, and they were also confused about the whole situation and about what the police have been doing. So they came and questioned the police first, and then the Dean of Students was actually trying to push the people away. It was then that they threatened the Dean as well. It was a similar threat that all the other girls received. And
A threat of rape.
yes, that is true.
Unbelievable.
Well, that is how the situation is in West Bengal. And what is surprising is this is the first time that it is happening in Presidency. And this is not uncommon in other colleges as well. All the colleges around West Bengal have been facing the same thing over and over again. People have been raped, and nobody talks about it. No media covers it. It is something like that.
Really scary, the reality on the ground. The other thing that happened, all these students were witness to it. There is something called a Baker Laboratory here on the Presidency campus. It is exactly 100 years old this year. It was started by the renowned Acharya Jagdish Chandra Roy, and many of India's top physicists passed through it. People like Jagdish Bose, Satyen Bose, and Meghnad Shah. Now that lab was also ransacked, and it's a tragedy for Presidency that some bit of history, in fact this entire college is heritage and history, and it was so vandalized yesterday.
Right, Monadeepa, thanks very much for bringing us all those voices there. The TRINAMOOL, of course, saying that they had absolutely no hand in it. We've heard Derek O'Brien on our program last night saying that they don't even have a students' wing there active anywhere near Presidency, but of course the students there having a very different story to tell. Thanks so much for all of that. Of course, one of India's premier universities been ransacked amidst all that violence.